Hey guys, how's it going? So we are here at Creeping Malice EXT, and I'm just going to do a run on this as if all we had access to was really a friend Esther. Okay? So what you need to survive is you need to have a magic cover tank with preemptive cover. We're using Biggs and Wedge. They're a 5-star unit. To survive turn 1, you need at least 150% ice and 150% water resistance. To survive consecutive turns, the boss does 150% imperil to ice, water, and dark, and then does ice, water, and dark damage. So we're going to be using Folka's 100% water buff, and then a 40% all buff. So that means that we need 150% water resistance for consecutive turns, and we need 210% on ice and dark for consecutive turns. We'll show all the gear at the end. For Folka, she just needs to be at 6-star level 100. She provides status immunity buffs for confusion and paralyze, and she's providing elemental resistance. For Mastermind Zahn, he's stealing everything and are stealing buffs and imbues from the rest of the party and then reapplying them to everybody. And then he also can chain with Esther fantastically. Then we have Rain, who I'm actually going to throw Ifrit on Rain. Put a little Ifrit on Rain there. And then, so we do have an Esper, at least. And then Noreen, and all he's just geared for as best damage as you can get him in the Brave Shift form. And then our Noreen just has to be 6-star level 100. And then I put some LB fill gear on her. For Mastermind Zahn, let's go ahead and make sure he has status immunity to Paralyze and Confusion. And everybody else, make sure they have status immunity to Paralyze and Confusion naturally. And Zahn is also our Provoke Evade unit. So we'll go ahead and show the gear at the end again. For Azamar, who is our friend Esther, again, we're taking a friend Esther. And we asked him to gear the way a sort of like level 20 or rank 20 account might be able to gear. So doesn't even have the STMR, just has the Trust Mastery. No ability slots really. The card that was given away free this week. You know, and then some 40 attack gear and some trial reward gear. Really, it's 50% aquatic killer and 225% demon killer with 5,704 attack. I didn't check the LB damage. LB damage boost of 200%. So really, Azamar, you built a fantastic unit for us, but not a good Esther. But since Esther is so overpowered, it's all we need. Okay, so let's go ahead and go in, and I'll go over the turn rotation. Now, obviously, if you have better than this, it won't take you as many turns, but let's go ahead and go in. Rain could just be your best source of damage that you have. It doesn't need to be Rain, but we're going to be using Rain. Okay? So let's go ahead and start. So the very first turn, the boss does a single target Berserk. So that applies Berserk. You can see he applied it to Mastermind Zahn in this run. And it means for turn 1, that unit is going to basic attack. You won't get action. You won't get to control them. So Folka and Esther, if they get targeted with that, just reset it. You'll lose 1 energy. It's fine. All right. But if anybody else gets targeted, proceed as usual. So what we're going to do with Mastermind Zahn, we would just do some chaining moves with him. You know, Stardust Ray, Bolting Strike, any of those. Just do some of those. We're trying to generate LB crystals going to Noreen is what we're trying to do. So we'll do the same for Rain. Rain's going to just do... we'll do Astral Edge 3 times. And then Avalanche, Biggs, and Wedge. If you have access to them, they're just going to do Power of the Midgard special twice. That's AoE LB fill. All right. And Noreen gonna do double flowering sword dance. Again, just trying to get LB crystals to go to herself. And Folka is going to, now this is important, she's going to double cast, and she's going to use Sobering Waters for Paralyze and Confusion resistance, and also attack and magic break resistance. Sobering Waters. And then we use Deep Circle for 100% water resistance. Okay, and then our Esther is going to use Lightning Imbue, Lightning Amplification, and Lightning Imperil, and also fills her LB gauge. Going to use Attack buff, Demon Killer buff, and yeah, that's it. Attack buff, Demon Killer buff. And then she's going to use Defense Break. Okay. All right, continuing on. Turn 2, we're going to use with Folka. We're going to use Calamity Border. This is from an equipment called Calamity Border. We're that 40% elemental resistance. If you can gear for 250% elemental resistance on Avalanche Pigs and Wedge, then you don't need to do that, but we tried to go real free to play with it. All right. Mastermind Zahn is going to do Catch Me If You Can, and he's going to do Bolting Strike 3 times, so that's Paralyzing Darkness. And our Esther is going to do Triple Charge, so Triple Cast. He'll do Calm Before the Storm first, and then Double Bolting Slice. And Avalanche Biggs and Wedge are just going to do the same thing they did last turn with Power the Midgard special twice to fill LB gauge for the entire party. And Rain is just going to do the same thing he did last turn and try to fill the LB gauge for anybody who's still missing it. Alright. By this point, Noreen should have her Limit Burst, so you go ahead and use that. It unlocks skills for her that we're going to need. Okay, so she's done that. Now we'll just go ahead and chain Mastermind Zahn and Esther together. Hit them both at the same time, or close to it, to their Bolting Strike, so it's an easy chain. Alright, turn 3. Turn 3 with Avalanche Biggs and Wedge. We're going to refresh their cover and use the Limit Burst fill. Folka's just on a 2-turn rotation, so she goes back to using Sobering Waters and then Deep Circle. Alright, you can just go ahead and use that. Noreen is going to use, and you have to use it in this order, Double Cast, Evasive Position, which we don't need it to do anything other than unlock a better version of Lotus Wave Blade. So if you use Evasive Position first, it makes Lotus Wave Blade have a buff that will give Noreen 150% Aqueon Killer. Okay, so now she has 150% Aqueon Killer on just herself. Alright, Rain is going to... Rain is going to Brave Shift, and he's going to Limit Burst. And Esther is going to Limit Burst. And Mastermind Zahn is going to steal all the cool skills. So he's going to steal the Lightning Imbue from Esther. He's going to steal the Demon Killer from anyone, really. And then he's going to steal the Demon Killer, or the Aqueon Killer from Noreen. So we'll go ahead and use Rain and Esther at the same time, and then Avalanche Biggs and Wedge. They get a little bit of damage done. Great, we're sitting at a nice little 70%. Okay, so turn 4. Turn 4, we're going to use Avalanche Biggs and Wedge. They're going to LB fill twice with Power of the Midgard special. Folka is going to Calamity Border again. Mastermind Zahn is going to use Catch Me If You Can, and he's going to use Bolting Break 3 times. Yeah. Our Esther friend is going to use Calm Before the Storm and Bolting Slice twice. Nope, I'm sorry. He's going to use Calm Before the Storm, Bolting Slice once, and Quantum Storm on Nareen. Okay. Nareen is just going to use SR Chaining with Flowering Sword Dance, and our Rain is going to use, excuse me, Triple Blade and then Ash Blade 3 times. Okay, so you can just go ahead and use them. They're not going to do much damage, so just kind of, try and chain them a little bit as best you can. Rain and Arena just aren't going to do. So then we'll hit Esther and Mastermind Zon. Great. And then Avalanche Biggs and Witch to fill LB gauge for everybody. Alright, so at the end of turn 4, what it did was a AoE damage, fixed damage of 5,555 damage. So if your units have more HP than that, you survive. All I have to have is more than 5,555 HP. So congratulations, you survived it. Alright, turn 5. Turn 5 with Biggs and Wedge. We're going to try to do LB fill twice. Folka's going to go back to using her Paralyze and Confusion Resistance and Water Resistance. Mastermind Zon is going to use Projected Mirror. And Nareen is going to use Chain Lightning, which was given from Esther. Esther's going to use her LB. And let's just go ahead and use Biggs and Wedge. Rain didn't quite get his LB, so we needed that. Alright. And let's distribute with Zon, give killers to everybody, and then hit them all. Great. Excellent. So we do that one more time, and we're home free. Okay, so turn 6. Turn 6, we're going to use Calamity Border with Folka. Again, just 2-turn rotation. Mastermind Zon is going to use Bolting Strike 3 times. Catch Me If You Can, and Paralyzing Darkness. Our Esther friend is going to use Triple Charge, and she's going to use Calm Before the Storm, Bolting Slice, and True Storm Brand. And then our Nareen friend is going to use Flowering Sword Dance, and our Rain is going to use where is it? Rising Fury and Ashblade twice. Go ahead and use the Rain and Nareen, have them do something. Maybe you get 1% out of them. All right. And we'll use Mastermind Zon and Esther at the same time. Have them do a little bit of damage. All right, we got good 3% out of them. All right. And then Avalanche Biggs and Wedge. Yes, it doesn't look like we need LB on anybody. So let's just do cover and power the Midgard special. Here we've got cover, I suppose. Jump out. Okay, and this is turn 7. The turn we need for the kill. LB with Esther, LB with Rain, LB with Zon, Folka. Folka can do anything. Doesn't even matter. I'm just getting her out of the turn order. And yeah, let's just go ahead and hit them all. All right, great. We even got a 100 chain. Okay, so that is the end of that. We already showed Esther's gear, but let's go ahead and show it again real quick. So we have a 5,764 attack Esther friend. And yeah, she's not great, but she was able to carry us through that. So just look for the best Esther friend you can get on your friends list, and that'll carry you through that. We didn't use the Brave Shift form at all, so that does not matter. And I will show the gear of the rest of the team off in just a second. Could have caught it right there, and I didn't. All right, so that is all missions, so nobody died. Nobody died, we didn't use any items, and we did it in 7 turns with essentially just a friend Esther. Here's what we've got. Now we got Siren. All you have to have Siren 4 is like unlocked. Saw we didn't really do any damage with Brain, so I just threw on it could be a level 1 Ifrit, and that would work for Rain. Or just not even equipping him with one, like, it doesn't do damage. Alright, so for Biggs and Wedge, we again have 210% ice, 210% dark, and 150% water. It was just easiest for me to build 230, just because of the gear availability. Oh, and you do want Paralyze and Confusion immunity on everybody. So we did this by some trial reward gear and some easy trust masteries and STMRs. So I'll just say the ones that do not come from just basic trials. We got trust mastery reward from Kurasame, 5-star base unit. Trials. Rookie Sphere Hunter comes from Yuna, Final Fantasy X2, 5-star base unit. Cool Beauty comes from the STMR from Summer, Folka, and Sakura. Keeping Back the Dark is a trust mastery from the 4-star Ravas. And Melody of Life is the trust mastery from the 5-star base Garnet. We do not use a vision card. If you use a vision card on Avalanche, Biggs, and Wedge, it becomes much easier. And then his own STMR, there's trial reward, there's trial reward, trial reward, trial reward. And here's my trial reward. Okay? So, and that gives him, or them, 210%, 150, and 210. Okay, so they survive. With Folka, I just had her with a little bit of HP. So I threw on Catastrophic Crown for HP 15% and Chocobo Battalion for HP 25%. Then we threw on Calamity Border. I put on Thunder on her, although we didn't need it. Okay. Mastermind Zahn is 100% Provoke, 100% Evade. The best way you can get that. I also think, pretty sure, that he needs to have 150% water resistance. Because there is a move that seems to be uncoverable. I tested it a few times. Sometimes I got hit by it, sometimes I didn't. So I made him have 150% water resistance and Provoke Evade. And the Paralyze and Confusion. So again, he has Durandal, which comes from Super Trust Mastery of Seeker of Freedom Vaughn. And then Tulian's Gauntlet, Mungo Charm, Oinsoi Clothes, which comes from Season 1 Quest, for 50% water resistance, his own STMR, so he can cast, Grudge Power, which comes from the Tonberry Trial, Ace of Aces, which comes from Star Player Titus, Successor's Talent, which comes from Shepherd, the Trust Mastery Award, and Danger gets the Blood Pumping, which is the Trust Award for Avalanche Chest. Again, if you use Vision cards, it becomes much easier. If you use Espers, for Rain, nothing in his regular form. His vision card is his own vision card. Brave Shift, we used Indestructible Light, Wargoddess Insignia. Really the best I could get him for Aquan Killer and some damage. He is 4,307 attack. Not great. And we have him built for 50% Aquatic and 100% Demon with 185% LB damage. He ain't great. Alright. Next we have Noreen, which I tried to put on enough for her that she would have her limit burst on turn 2. So we have Call of the Wild, we have Bomb Engagement Ring, Frozen Crown, and also she would have over 5,555 HP. Okay, so that's all we have on her, and that's it. Hopefully this guide helped you guys out. Yeah, that's it. Pretty easy to do. I'll look through the gear again real quick. Boom, go. Because I was on the wrong overlay and things were flipped. People need those on the appropriate overlay. Okay. All right. Hopefully this guide helped you guys out. Much love and peace. Hey guys, so I'm going to let you in on FFBE's worst kept secret and how to save up to 20% on FFBE. Amazon coins are the best way for you to buy in-app purchases in games like FFBE, War of the Visions, or any other mobile games that you might enjoy. All you have to do is download the Amazon App Store and install it. And then from the Amazon App Store, you download FFBE or any of your other favorite mobile games. You log in, you buy the Amazon coins, then you take those coins and buy the same bundles, the same lapis, but it's cheaper because you saved up to 20% when you use your Amazon coins. Also, if you decide to use your Amazon coins, then it's a great way to support this channel as well. So if you do spend money in game, and if you want to save some of it while also supporting this channel, click the links below. Quick shout out to the Amazon App Store for supporting this video. Thanks guys. Now on to the main event.